The 1960s were not just a decade of groundbreaking studio recordings, but also a golden age for live music performances. This era saw artists pushing the boundaries of what could be done on stage. So today, we are rediscovering 60s live performances that you forgot were awesome. Let's kick things off with Jimi Hendrix at Monterey Pop Festival. Jimi Hendrix's explosive performance at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967 was a defining moment in rock history. Setting his guitar on fire, literally and figuratively, Hendrix unleashed a torrent of psychedelic rock and blues that mesmerized the audience. This performance not only solidified his status as a guitar god, but also marked the arrival of a new era in rock music. Hendrix's innovative use of feedback and distortion, coupled with his unmatched dexterity, left an indelible mark on the landscape of live performances. The Beatles at Shea Stadium. The Beatles' concert at Shea Stadium in 1965 was more than just a live performance. It was a cultural phenomenon. Playing to a then-record crowd of over 55,000 fans, the Fab Four delivered a set list of hits that transcended the limitations of the sound system and the incessant screams of Beatlemania. This concert showcased the unprecedented global impact of the Beatles, marking a milestone in the history of rock concerts and setting a new standard for live performances. Aretha Franklin at the Newport Jazz Festival. The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin took to the stage at the Newport Jazz Festival in 1968, delivering a performance that was both powerful and poignant. Her rendition of Respect became an anthem for civil rights and feminist movements, showcasing her incredible vocal prowess and emotional depth. Franklin's performance was a masterclass in soul and R&B, underscoring her status as a musical and cultural icon.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me.
Bob Dylan at the Newport Folk Festival. Bob Dylan's electrifying set at the Newport Folk Festival in 1965 marked a pivotal moment in music history. Plugging in an electric guitar for the first time in his predominantly folk career, Dylan performed a set that was met with both cheers and jeers. This controversial performance signaled a seismic shift in folk and rock music, illustrating Dylan's artistic evolution and challenging the boundaries of musical genres. The Rolling Stones on The Ed Sullivan Show. When the Rolling Stones appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show in 1967, they delivered a performance that was as rebellious as it was riveting. Forced to change the lyrics of Let's Spend the Night Together to a more television-friendly version, the band still managed to convey the raw energy and defiance that defined their music. This performance exemplified the Stones' ability to captivate and challenge audiences, cementing their place in the pantheon of rock and roll.
Everybody's dying, everybody is trying to feel more, yeah.
Janis Joplin with Big Brother and the Holding Company at Monterey Pop Festival. Janis Joplin's performance with Big Brother and the Holding Company at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967 was a revelation. Her raw, soulful voice and electrifying stage presence left an indelible impression on all who witnessed it. Joplin's performance was a powerful expression of the era's countercultural spirit, showcasing her as a force to be reckoned with in rock and soul music. James Brown at the Apollo Theater. James Brown's legendary live album, Live at the Apollo, 1962, captures the godfather of soul at the peak of his powers. His performance at the Apollo Theater was a tour de force of funk, soul, and showmanship. Brown's relentless energy, precise choreography, and impassioned vocals drove audiences into a frenzy, setting a new standard for live performance excellence.
When the music's over, turn up the light.
The Doors at the Hollywood Bowl. The Doors' performance at the Hollywood Bowl in 1968 was an immersive and psychedelic experience. Jim Morrison's poetic lyrics and charismatic delivery, combined with the band's experimental rock sound, created a mesmerizing atmosphere. This concert remains one of the Doors' most iconic live performances, showcasing their ability to blend rock, poetry, and theater into a unique artistic expression.
What's happening on the street? Got a revolution. I'm dancing on the street.
Jefferson Airplane at Woodstock. Jefferson Airplane's early morning set at Woodstock in 1969 captured the spirit of the festival and the era. Their performance of Somebody to Love and White Rabbit exemplified the psychedelic rock movement, with Grace Slick's powerful vocals leading the charge. This performance was a defining moment for the band and a highlight of the legendary festival.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray.
Otis Redding at the Monterey Pop Festival. Otis Redding's performance at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967 introduced the soul singer to a predominantly rock audience, earning him widespread acclaim. His emotive rendition of Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay and energetic stage presence showcased the depth and versatility of his talent. Redding's performance at Monterey was a landmark moment in his career and a poignant reminder of his legacy following his untimely death later that year.
I was walking round Grosvenor Square.
The Grateful Dead at Fillmore West. The Grateful Dead's performance at Fillmore West in 1969 stands as a testament to their improvisational genius and the communal experience they shared with their audience. Known for their eclectic mix of rock, folk, blues, and psychedelia, this particular show highlighted their ability to weave these genres into a cohesive and immersive live performance. The Dead's set at Fillmore West not only showcased their musical versatility, but also their unique ability to connect with the audience on a deeply personal level, making each show an unforgettable journey.
When you're weary.
Simon and Garfunkel at Central Park. Before their famous 1981 concert, Simon and Garfunkel performed a lesser-known but equally enchanting live performance in Central Park in 1967. This intimate show, set against the backdrop of New York's urban oasis, allowed the duo to showcase their harmonious vocals and poignant songwriting. With renditions of The Sound of Silence and Scarborough Fair, they captivated the audience with their folk rock sound, blending poetic lyrics with delicate acoustic melodies. This performance underscored the duo's ability to create a profound emotional connection with their audience, solidifying their status as one of the most beloved acts of the 1960s.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend.
Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. Johnny Cash's live performance at Folsom Prison in 1968 was a bold and groundbreaking event. By performing for inmates, Cash not only challenged societal norms, but also delivered a powerful message of empathy and redemption. His deep, resonant voice and songs that spoke to the human condition resonated with the captive audience, creating a profound sense of connection and understanding. This performance was not only a highlight of Cash's career, but also a milestone in live music history, demonstrating the power of music to bridge divides and touch hearts. The 1960s were a decade of remarkable musical diversity and innovation, with live performances that not only defined the era, but also left a lasting impact on the cultural landscape. These 13 performances, from rock and roll to soul, folk, and beyond, capture the spirit of a time when music was not just entertainment, but a powerful medium for expression, connection, and change. They remind us of the magic that happens when artists and audiences come together, sharing moments of joy, introspection, and revolution. As we look back on these unforgettable live performances, we're reminded of the enduring power of great music to captivate, inspire, and transcend the boundaries of time and genre. Each performance in its own way contributed to the tapestry of 1960s music, a testament to the creativity, passion, and spirit of the era.